So, Kwa, I wanted to ask you, you got so many projects, you're working on so many different things at the same time. You sleep for 4 hours a day, a night rather. So, how do you ever feel burnout? And if yes, then how do you maintain a work-life balance?
Yeah, I mean, I go through a burnout period for sure.
Hmm.
I think I went through it after right in the beginning of the year, and
Hmm.
after the making the film, and I think that's the reason why when I came back making the film, I was burned out from making the film, but
Hmm.
it was a happy burnout. But I was burned
Hmm.
out from the everyday work that I was doing as an entrepreneur, which is the reason why that going into the film world and going to the passion world of it uh, gave me a new energy. And so you gotta love what you do. You know, a
Hmm.
job, if you're looking at the time when you need to leave, that means that's a job to you. If
Yeah.
you are if you're worried that you have no time in the day to get the job done, then that's a
Hmm.
passion for you.
Hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people look at the clock and they can't wait to clock out by 6 o'clock or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But for me, I'm like, oh my God, I need more hours in the day
More
to get
hours
what I
in a
need to
day.
get done. I wish I
Yeah.
could stay. I wish I could stay here till 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. But I got
Hmm.
kids to feed. I got kids to hang out with,
Hmm.
watch them
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. You know, I don't want to get divorced either, you know? So it's so
Slippery slope.
so I got very little amount of time to do what I need to
Yeah.
do. And I wouldn't call that a distraction because family is the most important thing to me. But I would say that it's not what I was when I was a kid, when I could work to
Hmm.
4 o'clock in the morning nonstop because I
Hmm.
loved it. It's not like,
Hmm.
it's not like I worked for a retail store that I hated and I'm
Hmm.
counting the minutes to get
Yeah.
out of there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got one more minute, I could go, right? So
Yeah.
it's not that. So that's how you manage your time. You manage your
Yeah.
time based on what makes you happy. You know, going to the bar doesn't make me happy. Going out to a party doesn't make it. But if it makes you happy, then you do what you do. Don't do
Hmm.
something that you're not going to be happy with. And
True.
if you think that you're doing a job that you're passionate about, but then you're miserable or you're feeling like, oh my God, you're counting the time because you can't wait to get a drink, then
Yeah.
go get a drink. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Go hang out with your friends. Because if you're not happy with your own life, then you're not
Hmm.
gonna succeed anyways. Internally, you know. So I
Hmm.
mean, you got to look at life. So for me, like I don't like traveling. I'd rather
Hmm.
stay in my computer working on something, working on a film, than go to a beach. That's who I
Hmm.
am, you know.
Hmm.
But some people say I can't work on writing without going to the beach. Okay, then go to the beach.
Go to the beach. Yeah.
You know, it might
Makes
not make you
sense.
money going to the beach. Then figure out how to make money while you're at the beach.
Absolutely. Makes sense. So
Right.
basically, just do what you love, right?
You
That's the
gotta,
message.
well, I mean, I wouldn't say that either, because 90% of the things I do, I hate doing. Like, I don't want to be on my spreadsheet emails. I mean, it's the reason
Yeah.
why I hire Wishup, right? It's so
Yeah.
I don't have to do the things that I don't want to do. You
Yeah.
know, if I could have Wishup run my whole entire company, I would. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
We could do a lot
but
of tasks.
you know, and so I would say it's, if they could do the sales, they could close the deals, they could do that, then
Yeah.
great. Then I don't need anything. I could walk away from my company and
Yeah.
have a passive way of doing it. But so I feel like you got to take out the garbage, even though you don't have to take out the garbage in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve. And so and it'd be worse, like I come from an immigrant family. Nobody loved trying to grow up in America from nothing.
Hmm.
There's nothing about it that you love doing. You have to do
You have
whatever
to
it takes
grind
to
it.
survive.
Yep. Yep.
So I think doing what you love to do is almost it's almost elite status when you get to that
Hmm.
place, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
But to the normal world, and I know maybe 99% of the world, we don't get to do what we love to do
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So what are
Yeah.
we? So the question is, what are we doing about that? How do we
Hmm.
solve that? Capitalism is a new thing still. It's not. It's
Hmm.
not an old thing, right?
Yeah.
But we're also not run by kings and queens either. So how do
Hmm.
we get to a place of a life where we are happy? And so yeah, it's deep for me because I'm a filmmaker. But that's how I
Hmm.
can think about things. And you know, and if I had a lot of money, more money, like a Bezos type of money, Jeff
Hmm.
Bezos type of money, Amazon type of money, yeah, I mean, my life will still probably be the same, except that I will be able to solve more problems with a lot more money, right?
Yeah.
And so, so that's how I kind of look at things. But time's a ticking time bomb, right? I'm 43 years old, you know, and I'm not gonna do the same thing when I'm 55 years old. You know,
True.
your knees are tired, your things are tired. You think you have more energy, but you're older, and then you're
Yeah.
65, and I'm gonna be doing the same. No, you got.
Can't.
When you think about it, life is super short, right? I got. You think about it, I'll be 20 more years till I'm 63 years old, and I feel like I got a lot of work to do to get where I need to get to.
Yeah.
Time's short, so you got to do what you love. You
Absolutely.
got to try to get to the place where you want to get to, and at what cost.
Yeah. True.